Hello, friend, and thanks for joining me. I'm Reverend Anna, the Senior Minister of Unity of Austin, and I want to share some thoughts with you about hearts broken open. Here's a verse from Psalm 25, verse 1. To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. And from the Persian poet and mystic, Rumi. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Our hearts are broken by the senseless killing of 19 children and 2 educators through gun violence at Uvalde, Texas on Tuesday. It's the second most deadly elementary school shooting in the past decade. And it comes just days after the racist attack in a Buffalo, New York grocery store that killed 10 people. Our hearts are broken. Our tears are flowing. And there is a heaviness in the air, a heaviness in our minds. We stand witness to the grief of the families of these children and educators and of the families of loved ones lost in Buffalo. We take time in prayer to know that they are being held in God's loving arms. The number of school shootings in the United States of America is staggering. The Washington Post, May 25th, 2022 reports, the Uvalde episode was the 27th school shooting this year. Friends, it's just May. And the 119th since 2018. This is according to Education Week, which began compiling an inventory of such horrors that year. Think about what it means that the killings of children in their schools have become common enough to need such a list. End of quote. It's easy to become paralyzed in the face of such numbers. While we can take time to process the shock, we cannot afford to remain incapacitated. Our Christ within presses us to keep going, to let our burdened, broken hearts become light-filled, broken, open hearts. The wound is the place where the spiritual light comes through. It's time to stop wondering, quote, when is somebody going to do something? It's time to know that I am somebody and make the choice to focus on God's power of wisdom, compassion, and wholeness. We hold the consciousness that this power is in ourselves and in everybody, including the leaders that we put in decision-making positions. We see God's power for good, expanding, growing, spreading out, and creating peace and safety for our children and all people. We take the constructive actions that we are guided to take. We move into the world from the place of God's power. We see a new day of love dawning. We put feet on our prayers. We get the country that we create. There are many ways to help the families in Uvalde in this immediate situation. I just donated through a GoFundMe link, and you can find that link in the written version of this Heartnotes. Also, please do your own research and find how you would like to support those families. The main thing is do something. Take an action. Don't let yourself stay paralyzed. Together, we're letting God's light become actual in the world. God bless you in the love and the light of the risen Christ.